Hi guys, it's John here from designfanatics.com. Today I'm going to be reviewing Worms for Android. Now, as you can see, when it first loads up, you get your typical Worms experience. It's quite a solid looking game, as you can see from the crisp, clear graphics, which is nice to see. It's like your average Worms game, really. If I just tap on here, I'll go into the options and show you exactly what you can customise first. So obviously you get to create your own team, which is nice. So I've created mine here, and you can edit all the different things like the speech. There's plenty of different languages, all your usual ones that you would see in a Worms game. So we'll just go back to English, and of course your tombstones you can change as you wish. So let's come back out of here. Okay, options. Now you can turn the HUD, the sort of on-screen controls on and off, which I'll show you a bit later, or explain a bit later, and of course all the other things here. If your phone's not quite up to the spec, turn on low graphics just to make it a bit better for you. I highly recommend you read the instructions on how to play first, because if, like me, you try and go in and play without reading them, you'll probably end up blowing yourself up, which is what I did. So basically it's split up into certain section of the screen. So press on the left side and your worm will walk to the left, press on the right side and he'll walk to the right. So the centre bit doesn't really do anything, not yet anyway. Now jumping, tap on the worm once to jump once, the normal jump, double tap to jump and do a back flip, or tap and move your thumb away and it'll jump that way. So here we go, you see the instructions there coming up. Now scrolling around the screen, press two fingers down on the screen anywhere and just move it around like that. Otherwise you could accidentally end up firing your weapon, which is not a good idea. And zooming in and out, which is quite handy. I use my thumbs, to be honest, it's easier, as I'm using those to control the game anyway. And just a few other tips here, but we shall get into the game now. You can obviously change the fuse on weapons, as it's telling you here, like in normal games. But aiming, you would tap on the crosshair, pull it and drag it to where the direction you want to aim. That's what it's telling you there. So let's get into a game. Right, don't get too excited when you see the multiplayer button here. You can't play multiplayer online, it's only a local multiplayer. You can't even play via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, sadly, so it's a bit of a shame, but at least you can still play with your friends if you're close by. Let's go into the single player. So here you've got your typical quick game if you just want to jump in and have a quick match. Practice match, it's worth doing that first just so you can get a hang of all the different weapons. Body count gets you to try and kill as many worms as you can within a certain time limit, and the challenges are your usual compete against an ever increasing number of worms with increasing number of health. So let's just go into the first challenge, shall we? Just see what it's like. In fact, I might actually do one of the body count games just for fun. As you can hear, the sound effects are quite good. There's also background music, which is nice, and all the weapons that you have come to love are there still. So if you watch me for a bit, you may see what I mean. Now when it changes to the other team, the screen does go black like that, which is a bit of a shame. I don't know whether it's having to process something, but as you see again, it could just be that it's giving you time to just swap it to the next player if you're playing on the same team. But let's see how I get on here. So again, you can use two fingers to scroll around, pinch to zoom, press on the left, move left, sorry, right, move right, press on the left, move left. So let's see if we can get these guys up here. So the fire button's down here. I'll just show you quickly the weapons that you have to choose from, and I better take my go before it runs out, but obviously all your normal weapons are there. There we go, I've already killed one of them, which is good. Oh, two of them, 2 in 1. Not bad at all for my first shot. Now, being in the first level, you can tell that the computer AI isn't brilliant at the moment, but it's making me look good, so I'm not complaining. Let's try and use the ninja rope if I can. Oh, okay. Now this could be interesting. Now you can obviously drop a weapon like you can on the other Worms games, but you get these on-screen controls here that let you swing around and things. So I'm going to drop this TNT on here, and then I'm going to go down here and drop off. Oh, and I just hit myself into the water, which is great. But then again, I have killed another couple of worms by the look of it, so it's worth my sacrifice. But there we go. So obviously, as I only had one worm in that game, I committed suicide, and I get the nice donkey noise there. So let's go into one of the other games. If we go into single player again, we can do one of the, let's just do a quick normal game. So all these levels are randomly generated as usual on Worms. You can create your own landscapes in the other mode, which I can't remember the name of currently, but I think it's in the practice mode. You can create your own landscape and practice against the different types of terrain. Let's zoom in a bit here. Okay, so I'll just demonstrate the jumping and things just so you can get an idea. Double tap to jump back up, tap once to jump across. There we go. So it works quite well. There's been a lot of complaints in the market saying that the controls don't work very well, but I haven't had a single problem, to be honest. So let's see if we can use this sheep to good effect. Not bad actually. Could have been worse. Certainly got a few worms in that. You see there's no lag on this so far. The graphics are nice and crisp and clear, nice and smooth. So what I will do, just to give you an idea, is go to the options and just, oh, you can't do it from here. I'll load up another game where I'll show you the low graphics mode, just in case your phone isn't quite as spiffy as this. So it's going to reduce your quality but improve the performance obviously. So let's see what it looks like. Just wait for the weapon drop. Okay, well I can't see a huge difference, to be honest. It's obviously it must be a bit more pixelated or something, but certainly looks okay from where I'm standing. And I didn't really want to just parachute into that mine. I was trying to. You can actually divert your parachute, but as you can see here, the wind was blowing so far that way I couldn't actually steer. So again, that's a bit of a newbie mistake. You can't zoom in when there's a weapon drop, sadly. Bit of a poor shot there by the computer player. Now, let's see if we can get that medikit. We use our teleport. Don't want to teleport too close to the mine. Okay, and I teleported so far away from the medikit I didn't actually pick it up. Okay, let's try something a bit more exciting, shall we? Cluster bump. I think if we see, this is the aiming here, so you just press and hold on the crosshair and move it to where you want to aim, which I think works really well actually. Haven't had any problems with that. Let's see if we can get Harlequin down there. Just zoom in a bit for you. Not the smartest of moves there by Harlequin. Now, let's pop the old jetpack on. If I select TNT, then jetpack. Okay. So with the jetpack on, you have controls. You can barely see because the sun's just come out, to the left or right here. So you can move around and do as you wish. But I'm going to just drop some TNT on there, head off, and just get that nice little bit of... Oh, not quite quite what I was trying to do there. But as you can see, hopefully you're better playing this than me. I think it's really good. There are a lot of negative comments on the market for it, but I think it works really well. And 59p, bit of a bargain. So especially as it's coming from EA. So I better go before the sun comes out even more, but hopefully you've enjoyed this review. Hopefully you'll give Worms a go, and hopefully you're a lot better than me. So until next time, see ya.